I disappeared from the world for 6 months, and after the 6 months ended, my friends all told me, "Brad, you have changed. You have become a whole new person." So it was at the start of 2021, on 8th of March 2021 to be exact, when I first started my 6 months internship at this real estate company. It was like a 9 to 5 desk-bound job, which means that I have to go to office every day, sit in my little cubicle, and stare at a computer screen. My job scope was to help to calculate and compute property tax for big companies in Singapore. And at that point of time, I was still learning how to trade. So I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna disappear from the world for 6 months so that I can focus on working my 9 to 5 job and also studying how to trade. My goal was to learn everything there is to know about trading so that after the 6 months have ended, I can start a live account and trade with my real money. Now, I hated every single thing about that job. I hated looking at a computer screen and computing data using Excel sheets every day. I hated the fact that all my colleagues was like old, middle-aged women instead of young, pretty hot chicks. I hated eating lunch alone in my tiny little office pod because I had no friends. I hated how low my pay was, like my salary was $650. I hated traveling 2 hours back and forth from my house to the office. So I told myself that this will be the first and last time I'm working a 9 to 5 job. I must become successful at trading so that I can work anywhere in the world without being stuck in a tiny, depressing little cubicle in the future. So during this entire 6 months, my daily routine was that I'll wake up at 7 AM, go to the office, and then start working on my property tax data, computing all the data on Excel sheets in the morning. And whenever I have free time, like example during lunch or during like a tea break, like a short break, right, I will go and study trading. Sometimes what I will even do is that I will try to complete all my 9 to 5 job work, right, in the morning so that I can spend the remainder of the afternoon in my tiny office pod outside to study trading. And I'll bring like this black physical notebook over here and also my iPad to the office, and then I'll use my office laptop to watch the trading course while taking down notes on this black notebook and also using my iPad to like study the charts. Like this was the exact notebook that I brought to the office. Like if you open this, right, you can see drawings of like charts over here. This was like still back when I was learning how to trade. So every day I'll end work at around 6 PM and take the train back home, which will take another 1 hour. So I will often reach home at 7 PM. Now guess what I did after reaching home? Do I just lay down, watch Netflix, play video games and just chill? Of course not. I was broke. I was desperate. I had to become rich. So there was no time for all these chill activities. I continued studying how to trade Forex once I reached home. I was reading trading books, watching online courses, studying online courses, taking down notes, and also practicing using my demo account. I will also like journal all the trades that I've taken so that I can learn from my mistakes. I was doing everything I can so that I can master trading. No matter how tired I was from my 9 to 5 job, I make sure that I put in the time to study how to trade day in, day out. So from around 7 PM to 12 AM, I pretty much just studied trading and just practice how to analyze the charts using price action. I was using my 9 to 5 to pay the bills and 6 to 12 to build my little trading empire. And during this entire 6 months, I also make sure that I shut out all distractions, rarely use social media unless it's for useful purposes, and most of the time my phone is literally on airplane mode, so which means like literally no one can reach me, not even my colleagues. And whenever my friends will ask me to hang out, I will always say no thanks, because I simply do not have the time and the energy to do so. And in addition to this, I was also exercising 3 times a week, usually on the weekends. And I was also reading self-improvement and finance books and just meditating quite frequently as well. I fell in love with Forex trading. It was my full-time girlfriend and I wouldn't have it any other way. I found my purpose. Now that was my whole life for 6 months, from March till August. And looking back, I'm so glad that I disappeared for 6 months and became a ghost, because my hard work paid off in the end. Because of those 6 months, my life changed forever, and I now have access to time freedom, location, and financial freedom. We are currently living in the easiest time to become a millionaire. The financial markets alone has made more millionaires than any other business. If you want to change your life, I suggest putting all your effort into learning how to trade profitably, which is why I have a challenge for you. If you have not made at least $1 million from trading, disappear for 6 months. No distractions. Fully focus on mastering how to trade, which is a high income skill that has no cap to the amount of money you can potentially make. Trust me, these 6 months can change your life forever. Use these 6 months to optimize your body, your mind, and your spirit so that you can become a highly profitable trader. Now, I want you to put this video on full screen right now and give it your full attention. Trust me, it will change your life forever if you just have the discipline to focus on it. Now, even when your lizard brain wants you to scroll down to the comments, don't listen to it. Squint your eyes at this video and just tell yourself to stay focused. How bad do you want it? It is your responsibility to provide a better life for your kids than the one you had. It's time to raise your standards. Dream bigger, aim higher. Now, if you want to succeed so badly that you are willing to sacrifice just 6 months of your life, continue watching. And also make sure you watch till the end, because I'm going to announce a 100k funded account giveaway and you will learn how to participate in it. So during these 6 months, what do you actually need to do? The main goal of these 6 months is so that you can get ahead of 90% of people financially, physically, and mentally. And to do that, you need 4 daily wins. Financial win, working, building, trading, leading. Mental win, reading, writing, creating, learning. Physical win, walking, running, lifting, swimming. Spiritual win, praying, meditating, studying. Become a complete winner in all areas of life. I have included a habit tracker called the Profits Matrix, which will help you during this entire 6 months. The Profits Matrix is basically a weekly habit tracker that will help you achieve all your trading goals and reach your fullest potential as a human or as a trader. And you can get access to the Profits Matrix link in the description. Firstly, let's talk about financial win, because I'm pretty sure that's what most of you guys are most interested about, how to get rich. If you don't know where you are going, how will you get there? If you don't know the path, how will you avoid wrong turns? If you don't know why, how will you get through the bumps and the setbacks on your journey? You don't need any more motivation. You just need these 3 things. A clear vision for your dream life, a clear why, and a clear path on how you will get there. The first thing I want you to do is to spend at least 1 hour or so to write out your vision for your future. This will save you from wasting years of stress and frustration and money. I want you to think about, what do you want to achieve from trading? What does your dream ideal lifestyle looks like? How much money do you want to make every single year? And how many vacations do you want to have with your family? When you write out a vision plan, you will gain clarity on where you are going. And the secret to having a strong vision plan is to have a compelling reason why. Why are you working so hard? Why are you trading? Why do you even started trading in the first place? My why was that I wanted to retire my father, who was 60-year-old and still working his ass off every day. I also wanted to give my future children a life that I never had. That was my why. Because I had such a strong why, I never once gave up whenever I encountered a setback throughout my entire trading journey. Even after blowing 10 accounts in my first year, I refused to give up. I kept going, and eventually I made it. So break down your vision into yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily goals. Turn these goals into projects so that you have something tangible to work on. With your vision in mind, start building and learning. Work on your trading daily, regardless of whether you know what you are actually doing. It's always better to start than learn, because that's the best way to learn. And the only way that you can learn is if you start. By now, you should have a big picture of what you want to accomplish before you die. And how close you get to achieving that goal will determine the quality of your life. If it remains beyond reach, you will become resentful. If you achieve at least part of it, you will experience a sense of happiness and satisfaction. So progress towards your goals and take 1 step closer towards achieving the best version of yourself every single day. That is my definition of happiness and what I think truly makes us happy. If you don't suffer the pain of hard work right now, you will suffer the pain of regret later. After you have gained clarity on your vision and your goals, you need to gain clarity on the path that will get you there, the path that will get you to your vision. And chances are, if you're watching this, the path that you have chose is trading. So write down the things that you have to do that will really help you master trading and make more money from trading. Example, get locked in on mastering how to trade. Learn everything you can about trading. Practice as much as possible. Record every single trade and reflect. Learn from losses. When you're so focused on what you are doing, you are directing your energy towards your goals, and in this way, you will achieve better results. It's easier to set aside other things when you know exactly what you should focus on. So during these 6 months, focusing on mastering trading and get extremely good at it. If you want to learn how to master trading, watch this YouTube video that I just released, how to master trading as a beginner. And in this video, I already talked about everything that is to know about trading, so I'm not going to waste your time and repeat everything again in this video. And this video is also the previous episode of this Roadmap to Mastery series, so make sure you watch that video first before watching this one. Apply whatever you have learned in this video fully, and I can guarantee you that if you apply the principles correctly, you will become profitable. Do at least 2 to 4 hours of deep concentrated work every single day. 4 hours of deep work will always beat 8 hours of unfocused and interrupted work. These deep work sessions will engage your flow state. The flow state is basically those moments of absolute attention and total absorption where you get so focused on the task that everything else disappears. It's an optimum state of consciousness where we feel our best and we perform our best. Action and awareness merge. Your sense of self vanishes. Time passes strangely and performance just soars. Pursuing a goal brings order in awareness because you must concentrate all your attention in a task at hand and ignore everything else. These periods of struggling to overcome challenges are what people find to be the most enjoyable times of their lives. Wake up at 5 AM where it is the most peaceful because everyone else is still asleep. I like to think of it this way. The world has a finite amount of energy at the start of the day. If you wake up at 5 AM, you will get access to the highest amount of this energy. The rest of the world is sleeping in, waking up at 7 AM or 8 AM. By waking up at 5 AM, you gain an advantage over the rest of the world. By outworking everyone else, luck will be on your side. If you snooze, you lose. By snoozing the alarm, you already suffered the first loss of the day. Your subconscious mind registers this, and your whole day will most likely end up being unprofitable, unproductive because of this. So wake up and live your life with purpose and meaning. Next, let's talk about mental win. Your mind is your #1 asset. Education does not end when you graduate from school. That is when the real education starts. At the age of 17, I was still a dead broke high school student. And one day, I was just like scrolling through Instagram casually, and I came across this like motivation post. And it says, all billionaires read books. And to be honest, I just ignored it and just like continue looking at other chicks and stuff on Instagram. And then the goddamn algorithm keep on showing me book recommendations after book recommendations. And soon, I got kinda intrigued. So I thought maybe this is a sign. It's time to start reading so that I can change my life and become rich. So I started reading self-improvement books and finance books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, The 4-Hour Work Week, The 5 AM Club, Think Like a Monk. And even though these books didn't make me rich, but it made me rethink everything that the society and schools have taught me. And because of all these books that I read, I started to think like successful people. Even though I was still broke, I would do the habits that successful people do, which means I'll wake up at 5 AM, I'll start exercising for 1 hour, and then start meditating and reading books. Now you must understand that before this, I was never really a book person because I was always addicted to cheap dopamine like social media and video games. And I still remember the first trading book that I read was 10 Essentials of Forex Trading. And till today, I still have that book with me. It's this majestic book right here. And fun fact, I actually got it from a second-hand bookstore, so the pages was like kinda yellow and not in the best condition when I got it, since it was pre-owned, right? I remember like flipping to the first chapter and I did see like this previous owner has highlighted the pages Like, come on, man, how can you highlight the goddamn page and then give it? But you know what? I just accepted it. Back then, I couldn't really afford books because I wanted to save money. So after school, I'll go to either the library or the second-hand bookstore. I was starting to love reading books, but I set a limit to the amount of money that I would spend on books. I only had like a few $100s in my bank account, so I told myself that I will only spend less than $20 on a book. You can learn someone's lifetime worth of wisdom in a few hours. That's the power of a good book. I have this book called Meditations, which is a series of personal reflections written by Marcus Aurelius, who was a Roman emperor. Inside the book contained his private notes to himself and also his ideas on Stoic philosophy. You can literally get inside the head of a Roman emperor and learn how a great leader like him thinks. Start reading self-improvement, finance, business, philosophy, and trading books. Here are just some quick book recommendations. Trading in the Zone, The 10X Rule, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, The Way of the Superior Man, The Psychology of Money. Make reading a habit. Spend at least 100 minutes every single day reading, and you'll become smarter than 99% of the people around you. In addition to reading, schedule a minimum of 60 minutes dedicated to mindfully consuming content that will help you out in your trading. When you do use social media, don't use it for the sake of entertainment or cheap dopamine. Stop wasting your time by looking at a hot girl shaking her ass on TikTok. Stop looking at what your friends are doing on the Friday night on Instagram. Stop searching for memes that will make you laugh for 5 seconds. None of that matters. Focus on yourself. Focus on consuming content with purpose. Consume content that will help you progress in trading or in life. Buy books, watch YouTube videos, save podcasts, follow social media accounts of other successful traders. Study professional traders and learn how they think and how they trade. I became successful when I started emulating all the successful traders. Study people that you want to be like. Download and buy everything they have to offer. Download the free resources that they offer. Buy their course so you can learn how they think. Reverse engineer what allows them to be successful. If you want to learn how I made over 6 figures from trading at the age of 20, go watch all my free YouTube videos. I literally documented my entire trading journey, my trading strategies, and how I think when I'm live trading in all these videos. And if you want to shortcut your entire trading journey so they can learn everything I know about trading, go check out the Trading Blueprint course, link in the description. Spend time in solitude and journal. Write to gain clarity in your mind. Journal and document your whole journey. Journal your trades so you can learn from your losses. Start writing your dots. Replace the destructive habits that keep you poor with the habits that will break you free. You won't see the results immediately. Be okay with that. If you do the right thing every single day, day in, day out, you will win eventually. Most rich people neglect the next win, which is why they are old, fat, and ugly, and they also die early. They don't live long enough to enjoy the fruits of their labor because they don't have a healthy body. Which brings me to the next win. Physical win. Hit the gym, lift some weights, do some push-ups, go for a run or a swim. The gym is so much more than getting bigger muscles to improve girls. When you start working out, every aspect of your life improve. And you don't have to do some crazy CrossFit or run marathons. You just need to get your heart rate up so that you can keep your body healthy and fit. Your trading account is a reflection of your state of mind. Your state of mind is a reflection of your physical state. Your physical state is a reflection of your daily habits. A strong body leads to a strong mind, and strong mind leads to more profits. I don't exercise so I can be a bodybuilder or a power lifter. I exercise so I can have a clearer mind, so I can think and trade better. I exercise so I can have a healthier body and have a stronger mind. I used to go to the gym to train my body, but nowadays I go to the gym to train my mind. I lift the heavy weights so I can do the hard things, to mentally prepare myself for the tough times that are about to come, to prepare my mind for whatever hardship life will throw at me. The day where something unfortunate happens to my parents, the day where I lost over $10,000 on a trade, the day where I lost the ability to do what I love. As you grow older, you will realize that life is filled with setbacks and tough times with a few moments of bliss. Learn to find peace in suffering. Get comfortable in being uncomfortable. Daily exercise also helps to build mental discipline, especially those days where you don't feel like working out, but you do it anyways. That will give you like a shot of confidence boost and add 1 point to your mental discipline. Discipline is not an option, but a must in trading. The discipline required to follow your trading plan, the discipline required to use the correct lot size, the discipline required to wait for the perfect trading setup. Discipline is the only secret to profitability. Since you're working out so much, start eating cleaner. Combine the gym and a clean diet together, and you have the body of a Greek god. Stop eating processed food or junk food. Eat your veggies, eat your fruits, eat your meat, eat your fish. Just because Warren Buffett eat McDonald's every day doesn't mean you should eat McDonald's too. Health is wealth. What is the point of having so much money if you die young because you have always been indulging in all this unhealthy but tasty food? And also make sure you drink 3 to 4 liters of water every single day. Most people don't consume enough protein throughout the day, resulting in zero muscle growth or in some cases, loss of muscle mass. If you are exercising regularly, you should eat 1 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of your body weight. So if you are 50 kg, aim to eat 100 grams of protein for optimum muscle growth. And if you're struggling to hit your protein goal, just supplement it with protein wheat. Sleep 7 to 8 hours per night. Not enough sleep will have a negative impact on anything you do in life, be it trading or your relationships with your family and friends. Less muscle gain, less focus, less testosterone, less weight loss. Your daily life will be either positively or negatively influenced by the amount of hours that you sleep. So if you need to wake up at 5 AM the next day, go to bed earlier, maybe at 10 PM or even 9 PM, so you can have at least 7 hours of rest. Finally, let's talk about spiritual win. I'm gonna be honest with you and tell you, I don't know jack shit about spirituality or aligning your chakras, so I was actually considering whether to put this section in or not. But anyways, here's some of my thoughts. Start meditating. No, you don't have to become a monk and go to the top of the mountain to meditate. Stress, anxiety, and depression are killers of productivity and killers of profits. The reason why meditation is so important in trading is because it helps you reduce anxiety and stress and allows you to feel more peaceful and rational rather than emotional when you are trading. It helps to keep you focused on the present moment, so you can actually focus on what the market is actually showing you. And it also program your mind so that you can avoid making trades based on harmful emotions like fear and greed. A lot of you think that meditation is very hard and very complicated, when in reality it's actually quite simple, because I'm gonna simplify it for you. I would actually recommend you to start meditating for at least 10 minutes every single day. Firstly, position yourself in somewhere where it's quiet and you are all alone. Next, just close your eyes and start to breathe. When you breathe, concentrate on the air flowing in and out from your nose. Whenever your mind wanders and start thinking about what you're gonna eat later or sexual thoughts, bring it back to your breath and just keep doing this. It's really just as simple as that. Now, social media can be quite toxic because you tend to compare yourself with other people. Everyone's trading journey is different, and if you keep looking at social media, you tend to compare yourself with other traders who are already more established and more successful than you. Some of them have been trading for 5 to 10 years while you're still on your first year. So of course they're gonna become more successful than you. They have put in years of hard work while you have just only started running in this marathon. So don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. Spend time in nature. In this modern world where everything is just moving so fast, we humans are spending less and less time in nature. Spending time with Mother Nature can actually help to relieve stress and anxiety, and also increase your creativity and focus, both of which will benefit your trading. And most importantly, it teaches us how to live in the present moment. I used to go for walks in the parks around my house, and I will feel the oxygen filling up my lungs, the warm sunlight hitting my face, and my whole body just relaxes. And sometimes I'll just put on my AirPods and listen to a podcast while going for these walks. Or sometimes I will even record videos of me talking to the camera about my life. If you go onto YouTube and search The Trading Geek Real Talks, you will see videos of me walking around in public with my iPhone XR and just telling you stories about my life. At the end of the day, understand that wealth, power, and sex will not bring you happiness. I can buy you a Lamborghini right now and you'll be happy for one day or even 1 week. But then after that, the happiness fades and you will end up being dissatisfied as you were before I gave you the car. So find true happiness and fulfillment in the optimal experiences that add up to a sense of mastery. Now, these 6 months might seem hard at first. You might think it's impossible for you to just disappear from the world because you have obligations and you have commitments towards your friends and your family. Let me tell you a harsh truth. You are not doing anyone a favor by remaining the same, remaining at where you are right now in life. Trust me, just start doing this challenge for 1 week and you will realize that you'll feel more peaceful and more happy than ever. And then let the momentum take over. And 1 week will soon become 1 month. And 1 month will become 6 months. And eventually, you will emerge out of these 6 months as a whole new person, a modern Renaissance high-value man or woman that is respected and admired by others. All because you put in the work and you paid your dues. Now, here's how to participate in my upcoming giveaway of $200,000 funded accounts. Firstly, you need to watch all 4 videos of Roadmap to Mastery series from the start till the end. The second step is to follow me on all social medias. You can check the link in the description to all my official social media. Just go follow me on all of that. And the third step is to tag 3 friends in my most recent post at the Trading Geek on Instagram. It's like this giveaway post talking about this $100,000 funded account giveaway. Go tag 3 friends on that Instagram posts. And like I said, at the end of August, I will randomly pick 2 lucky winners that will receive the $100,000 funded accounts. And once again, make sure you go download the Profits Matrix, which will help you track your habits during this entire 6 months challenge. And I recommend you to document your entire journey throughout this entire 6 months by posting videos or photos of you doing this challenge on your social media, like on your Instagram stories or on your Instagram posts, and put a hashtag roadmap to mastery and tag me in it so I can repost it. So the real question is, are you ready to change your life? Or are you going to regret on your deathbed knowing that you did not live up to your fullest potential and you could have done more with your life? Would you sacrifice 6 months for a lifetime of freedom? The choice is yours.